Hey, what's up? My name is Ange. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be tier ranking all of my 5-star reads. Now, I went through Goodreads and I went through the super long list. Anything that I have ever given 5 stars since I have started my Goodreads, which I believe was in like 2020 or so. So there were a lot of books on there, and I have my laptop here. All my stickers are all messed up, so don't look at that. But I'm going to move over, and we are going to go through just my entire thing here. Okay, so as you can see right here, I have my tier ranker that I set up. So here I have 6-star reads, which are basically like all of the books that I'm like, yes, this is a 5-star read. If I could rate it higher, I would. This is amazing. I then, underneath, made a column for my guilty pleasure, meaning the books that, like, I think are 5-star reads, but they're not good. Like, as you can see on some of the things here, like the After series, for example, you know that's going into my guilty pleasures ones. I read that on Wattpad. I loved it. Amazing. Are they good? Probably not. A lot of people have a lot against those books, but you know what? I don't even care, because the movies, the books, they do it for me. Next is, it was good, but I exaggerated. Like, it was an okay book, but I definitely shouldn't have rated it 5 stars. That counts for, like, my 4 stars and stuff like that. Ones that, like, I think I just exaggerated for whatever reason that I'm now thinking back that are, like, recent-ish reads, not the ones that I read 3 years ago, and I'm just like, no, I don't agree. Younger Ange is 5 stars, meaning ones like, where are they? Like, Bridge to Terabithia. That's a 5-star read for Younger Ange, and I refuse to not bring it into this video and talk about how I still think that that book is great, for example. And then I don't claim this book. I don't care if it was good during its time. I refuse to believe that I thought so highly of these particular books. So as you can see here, I don't have like a ton. Some of these books that I have down here are the first book in a series where I rated the majority of the books a 5-star. Like, overall, the series is a 5 stars, but there are some that I wanted to point out, but I'll get into that. So that's why there are some books in here, but then you'll see. I will get there. But let's tier rank my books. Are you ready? So let's start off with, I can't see the words on here, but this is Perks of Being a Wallflower. I read this book back in, let's say, I think it was like middle school or something. I don't know if I should put this in the Younger Ange's 5 stars or 6-star reads, because no matter what, I still think that this is a great book. I'm going to put that one in the 6-star reads. Okay. I love that book. Like, I read it a really long time ago, and then I bought another copy so that I can highlight it and annotate it and stuff like that. So that was really fun to do, but ugh, that book. Next, I have Archer's Voice. I'm going to say that one was good, but I think that I exaggerated on that one. I think that it was so highly rated at the time and everyone was loving it that I wanted to love it so bad. It was really good. Again, like, I really did enjoy it. Travis didn't like that one, but it was really good. I just think I was being a little too generous on that one. 1,000 Boy Kisses. That's a 6-star read that made me cry. That one was so sad. I did a reading vlog on that one. If you didn't see that, you could go check that out if you want to see me get so upset. That one hurt. Like, really, really hurt. Next, I have the Mind series. I think that book is 6-star read. I know that it's technically like 5 books in one. It's like a really giant book. Oh my god, I think about that. I think like all the time. So amazing. The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. I think this was my very first Mariana Zapata book. The slow burn. I'm not really super into slow burns. I'm going to say it was really good, but I think that I exaggerated on that one. Like, I think that I exaggerated. Play With Me by Becca Mack. This is the 2nd book in the Playing for Keeps series. That was amazing. I refuse to accept anything less from that because it was literally just so incredible. I still think about that book. It's my favorite from that series. It's so good. Go read that if you haven't. But like, oh my god. Next we have After by Anna Todd. Now this is one of the ones that stands for the entire series because on Goodreads, I believe I rated every single book a 5-star. This entire series is my guilty pleasure. Like, it's so bad that it's so good, but it's amazing, but it's not bad at all. Like, I'm all over the place. I could reread that a billion times. I listen to the audiobook. I watch the movies all the time. I enjoy that so much. It's actually ridiculous. Next, I have The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I don't remember this one a ton. I think that I exaggerated because it was like one of my first psychological thrillers that, at least I believe is a psychological thriller. I don't even know. But it was one of the first books like that I ever read that I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But for this genre, is it the best that I've read? No. But it was really good. So I think I exaggerated just a little bit by giving it a 5-star. I think maybe it could have been like 4, 4.5, if that. Like a lot of people, my reading started with Colleen Hoover back in like 2020, 2021 or so. So a lot of these books on here are Colleen Hoover's. I don't really go back and change my ratings a lot. Hopeless was one of my favorite from her. So I'm gonna... This was good for then. So I'm gonna say this is younger and just 5 stars. This goes for Hopeless and... Oh yeah, Hopeless and Hopeful. Is that what that second one is? I don't know because I only see the picture of him. I think... Whatever. Those two... I would categorize as younger and 5 stars, not that I don't claim them. Like, I don't think they're 5 stars anymore. But I would consider that a younger and just 5-star, like, that's great. Next, we have Ignite Me. That series all around was really good. I'm going to put that one in a 6-star read. Because I loved it. Like, I loved them. Ignite Me was my favorite out of there. That's why I put this one. So, that one is definitely a 6-star read for me. King of Wrath. I think I exaggerated on that one. I like Anna Huang. I loved the Twisted series. I did not like the second book of the Kings of Sin series. Third book was good. First book, I don't really remember it too much, so I don't think it's worthy of the 6-star read column. Next, I have Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I don't remember this book. If you want my honest opinion, I remember not a lot about it, but I won't drag on it. So I'm going to put that in the younger and 5 stars. November 9th. I don't claim that book. I can't believe that I talked about that book so much. I love that book, blah, blah, blah. I refuse to believe that I could have possibly rated that 5 stars given what it has in it and some of the things that the characters do. I just refuse to believe that I actually thought that that was like the best thing of literature at the time. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I don't even remember that book. I could not tell you probably one thing about that book, so for that reason, I'm going to put it in the I don't claim this book. I just don't remember a thing about it, so there's no way that it's worthy of anything higher. I'm sorry. So I am a very big Elle Kennedy fan, so as you can see on here, The Deal, and then I also have The Risk and The Play. So the reason that I have 2 from the Briar U, but only 1 from Off Campus, is, we'll start with the Briar U one since it's up next, is because those 2 really stuck out to me the most from Briar U. I didn't love Briar U as much as I loved Off Campus, but I really did enjoy those books. So The Play was one of my 2 favorites, The Play and The Risk. The Play is like my guilty pleasure book. Is that the best book that has ever been written? No. Is it the best book that's ever been written by Elle Kennedy? No. Do I absolutely love it? Do I listen to it on audiobook and reread it? Yes. So that is why it's going to go into the my guilty pleasure column along with The Risk. It's not amazing. It's just like one of those ones that I can always go back to, reread, and just, they're so good. Next, I have Love and Olives. This is definitely a younger and 5-star. These were one of the first books that I started with, were the Love and. So I think it's Love and Luck, Love and Olives, and Love and something else. What's the first one? I don't remember the first one. But Love and Olives really stuck out to me the most. I think that was my favorite out of all of them. So that one, I think, is it like Love and Pasta or something? Gelato. Love and Gelato. She's in Italy. So Love and Olives really stuck out to me as my favorite from that. So that's a younger and 5-star. Kill Switch. That's a 6-star read. I don't read a ton of dark romance, but I did read the entire, whatever that series is called. What is that series called? Oh my gosh, please hold. What are those series called? I don't want to edit this video too much, so I'm gonna keep talking. So that Kill Switch is the Devil's Night. Yes. Okay, so the Devil's Night series. I don't read a ton of dark romance, but I did read the Devil's Night series a really long time ago, and I remember Kill Switch being my absolute favorite book. I think about that book a lot. That's a 6-star read for me, no matter what. One of Us is next. I probably couldn't tell you a thing about this book, but this is a YA, read it a really long time ago. I'm going to say that this is a younger and 5-star because I remember enjoying it. I don't think that there was anything wrong with it. I just don't think it's for me now. Crave. I don't claim this book. This goes for the entire series. Okay, so Jess and Cam, every time we go to the bookstore, I point out the Crave series every single time because I was reading that. I finished it, by the way. It's like Crave, Covet, Crush, Charm, all those. I think there's 5 or 6 of them. And every single time we go, I point them out because they're like, what are you reading? And I explained that book to them and I was like, what am I reading? It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. But like, what do you mean that I rated the majority of the series 5 stars? Are you kidding me? I don't claim that. I don't claim that. I'm sorry if you love that book. It's not bad. It's really not bad. But it's just not... I don't know what I was possibly thinking to give that book such a high rating, so I don't claim that. Next is Caravel. That's a 6-star read. I love them. Love them. Love them. Love them so much. Stephanie Garber, you are amazing. I will accept nothing less. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. It was good, but I think I exaggerated a little bit because I wanted to love it so much. I believe that was my first Lauren Asher book, but I could be wrong. I definitely think that I exaggerated on that one. And I think the same goes for Terms and Conditions, but they were still really good. But I wouldn't put them in the, like, it's my guilty pleasure. I definitely like Terms and Conditions better than I liked The Fine Print. That's for sure. Oh, I also have Legendary on here. Oh, why do I have Legendary on here too? Do I have Finale on here? I don't have Finale on here for some weird reason. But I'm going to put Legendary in 6-star reads too. That entire series was really good. I don't know why they're both in here. If Only I Had Told Her. I had recently published a reading vlog on this one. I read If You Had Been With Me for my January book club read with my friends Jess and Cam. I did not rate If You Had Been With Me 5 stars. I don't know what I rated it. It was probably 4. That book didn't make me cry. If Only I Had Told Her, that made me cry. That one, oh my god, really tugged at my heartstrings. That one hurt. Oh my gosh. Let's skip around a little bit. Let's do Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. We'll do them together. They were good, but I really think that I exaggerated because they were one of the first fantasy novels that I was reading. I don't remember a lot from these books. I remember that they were good, but I also didn't read those... What are this? Why the minute that I turn on the camera can I not think of a single word in the dictionary? Those were not... I did not read the trilogy before these. Shadow and Bone. Shadow and Bone. I did not read them before that. I didn't know that you were, like, supposed to. So, for Six of Crows, I was lost, like, literally half the time. But eventually, I figured it out, so we're good. I think that I exaggerated, but they are really good. Let's go to Bridge to Terabithia. Again, like I said earlier on in the video, that's a younger Ange 5 stars. I love that movie. I love that book. I read that book in, like, 2022 or something like that. I think it's a 5-star because of the concept and because of the feelings that it gives me. Like, that's a 5-star for me, but it definitely is not, like, a 5-star. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's how I feel about that one. Next, we are going to go with It Ends With Us. I don't know if I should put this one in the younger Ange 5-star or I don't claim this book, because I'm pretty sure that this is the book or one of the first books that really got me into reading. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to say I don't claim that because I refuse to believe that I rated something like that so high. Sorry. Next, we are going to go over to... Okay. So here I have... Can I change these? I can change the order on the bottom? That is amazing. Oh, cool. Now I want to put everything all together. Is there anything else that's anywhere similar? Kind of? Not really? Okay, cool. So, next, the Addicted Calloway Sisters series is, like... The Addicted series and the Calloway Sisters series intertwined is the way that I read them last year. They were so incredible. I absolutely love that series more than anything on the entire planet. I'm going to read the Like Us series soon. So, oh my gosh, I love those characters. And then when they announced the Cobalt series, I don't know what I'm blanking so hard. I don't know what they called it, but the ones on the Cobalt Boys, oh my god, I'm so excited. But that entire series as a whole for me is like 12 stars. I couldn't rate that book like 100 stars, 1,000,000 stars. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But the ones that really stood out to me were Fuel the Fire. I am a Rose and Connor like stan. I love them. Same with Kiss the Sky, and then Some Kind of Perfect. Their epilogue novel was just beautiful, amazing, incredible. I put it off reading it because I was like, I don't want it to be over. So, those books are just 6 stars for me. They're amazing. Those are the ones that really stood out for me. And that's why I put Fuel the Fire and Kiss the Sky, because I was gonna just put Some Kind of Perfect, but then I was like, no. Justice for Rose and Connor. I just, not even justice for them, I just need to talk about how much I love them, so they had to go in there. The Coworker by Frida McFadden. This is definitely not the best one. I think that this is the first book that I read by Frida McFadden, but I might be wrong. I'm gonna put this one in my guilty pleasure because is it the best book that I've ever written in my, or I didn't write it. I wish that I wrote it. Is this the best book that I ever read in my entire life? No. But those kinds of psychological thrillers are so insane to me that I just love every second of it. For some reason, on Goodreads, I did not rate, no, Curse for True Love is the first one. Once Upon a Broken Heart is the first one. So I don't know why I didn't rate this one 5 stars, but I have a Curse for True Love here. I'm going to say that that one is also, that's hard. 6 star or my guilty pleasure? Which one do we think it is? I'm going to put it, I'm going to put it in a 6 star read. Amazing. I love them. I love them. I love them. Jax, literally amazing. Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I'm going to put that one in. It was good, but I think that I exaggerated. I don't think that that was a 5 star read. I think for a YA novel, like, it was good, but I definitely don't think that it was the best thing that was ever written. I think at the time it was something that I really enjoyed, but now, not so much. Let's do Every Summer After. I am also going to put this one into the it was good, but I exaggerated. I think I was just in the mood for something, like, kind of fluffy like that I rated it 5 stars, but now, I don't know, I don't think so. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Now, that's a really, really hard one for me. What do I rate that one? I'm gonna come back to you. We're gonna come back. Let's go to the end. Things We Never Got Over. I exaggerated on that one. That one is not a 5 star read. I don't know what I was thinking. It was really good, but I don't think that it was 5 stars. The Inheritance Games. Oh my god, this goes for the trilogy right there. Yes, 6 star read. Same goes for A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Silver Flames. I love those. I think I loved A Court of Silver Flames more than I loved A Court of Mist and Fury, but that doesn't mean that I love it any less. I wouldn't put that one in a different column, is what I'm trying to say, but whoa. Okay, Too Late by C. Hoover. This was like that crazy one that she wrote. It was good, but I think I exaggerated giving it 5 stars. I still really, really, really enjoyed that. Next, we're going to go to Flawless. I also think that I exaggerated on this one. I don't know why. I think that it was, like, one of the first, like, country, small town, like, first of its genre that I was like, this is amazing. But now looking back on it, like, I think I exaggerated just a tiny bit to give it that 5 star rating. Let's do Love in Other Words, and then we're going to talk about the off-campus series. So, Love in Other Words, I'm going to say, I think that I exaggerated on that one. I think that that was such a highly rated, highly talked about book that I jumped on that train and I was like, this is the best thing that has ever been written in the world. I have read better because of my feelings towards it. Is it amazing? Yes. I don't want to hear criticism on that book. But for me, does it go in my 6 star read or even like a guilty pleasure read? Probably not. The Off-Campus series. So again, I only have The Deal here. The Deal was my favorite. I am a Garrett Graham girly through and through. The Off-Campus was the very first hockey romance series that I read. I don't know how to rate this one because it is a 6 star. The whole series is amazing. The Deal is my favorite. Do I put this in the 6 star read column or the my guilty pleasure column? I don't know. Because, yeah, it is my guilty pleasure. Like, again, are they the best things ever written? No. This is going in the 6 star read column. I will not accept criticism on that. I'm sorry. I love The Off-Campus a little bit more than I love Briar U, so for that reason, I'm going to put it up to the 6 star read column. I think for the most part, I am really happy with the way that everything kind of went out. I probably could have done a little bit better on the tier rankings, but I was having a really hard time not making just columns for every single book because I felt different about every single one of these books in all different parts of my life. You know what I mean? I don't know how to really explain that. I need to not hand out 5 star reads like it's my job anymore. I stopped doing that as much. I feel like it's a little bit more difficult for me to give a 5-star read than it used to be, which is good, I think. I feel like I wish Goodreads had that 0.5 or 0.75. Like, I wish you could rate it easier, if that makes sense. I also have a lot of trouble rating books because I'll look at a book and I'll be like, well, for this kind of book in this kind of genre at this time in my life, this is how I would rate it. Not having any outside feelings towards the book, because my ratings, they never make any sense whatsoever. But you know what? These are all my 5-star reads. It's crazy to see the way that my taste changes over the course of however many years, or in different genres and things like that. Like, what do I consider to be like a good book? But I think if you're looking at like my 6-star reads, like that fully like encapsulates like who I am. But I think that I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you agree or you disagree with my ratings. Like, what do you think on this? Do you think this is a better book than I thought it was? And if so, why? But that is it. Again, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Bye!